Yo guys, it's me again and welcome to the Teambuilder for finals of LPDL Little Cup Low Tier. Somehow we made it. I think I had a really good season. I am very proud of how I performed, especially last week in semifinals, because I only lost one game versus Horizon week 1. I played Horizon in semifinals and my team performed exactly how I wanted it to be. The game plan worked perfectly fine. I think that may have been my best performance I ever had on YouTube. Definitely my best performance of this season. So hopefully I didn't peak too early because I still have one more game to go, one more game to win, to actually win Little Cup. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? But yeah, it's going to be easier said than done because in finals I am fighting against Mr. Gas, who we played week 4. And if you remember, I beat him 2-0. But he changed his team quite a fair bit after that game because I kind of swept him with a Choice Scarf Cacnea, just spamming Dark Rolls, and he realized that his team was very weak to Dark, so he made transactions. So this is a very new team, so you can't even say it's a rematch, to be completely honest. Because there are some Pokemon that didn't come first time out. I'm very much expecting this time, especially the new boys. But yeah, Gas has Alolan Sandshrew, which is new, Mischief, which is new, Clauncher, Ekans, Phantom, Joltik, Geodude, which is also new. He had a Alolan Geodude last time out. Now it's a Cantonian one. Esper, Arrokuda, and Smoliv, with 2 Terra Caps being Geodude and Esper. From the team he still has, last time he brought a heavy duty boot Joltik with Thunder, Energy Ball, Bug Buzz, and Volt Switch, I think. He brought a Terra Dark, Nasty Plot Esper with Reflect and Psyshock and Terra Blast, I think. He also brought a Harvest Oranberry Smoliv, and I think he brought Arrokuda, but I think he had to sack off Arrokuda. All in all, he didn't bring the Clauncher and he didn't bring the Ekans. I'm quite scared of both of them, so I'm kind of expecting them to come this time out because they are really annoying against me. I think I mentioned it in the team builder for week 4 as well, so hopefully he doesn't rewatch that. I'm also very much expecting Mischief because my team isn't the best against Dark either, and that's his only Dark resist, so I think Mischief is definitely coming. And I also expect the Alolan Sandshrew to come because it has a decent matchup against my Fletchling. It can Ice Shard to break my Gale Wings, and it's good against my Sandygast as well, even though it's weak to ground. I can't really spin block it because it's an Ice type, which will do a lot of damage against me. So, what I am expecting him to bring is the Alolan Sandshrew, is the Mischief, the Clauncher, the Ekans, the Joltik again, and then I think he brings Terra Geodude this time instead of Terra Esper. Would be too surprised to see it. It could also be the Terra Esper, but I am more scared of the Geodude, I reckon. So, yeah. What is good for me, I should say, is for regular season, I didn't bring either Poliwag or Roshel, which are my Terra Captains. I don't really know why I didn't bring them. Like, I rewatched my game versus him, and I don't even explain why I don't bring them. So, interesting that. But that also means that Kaz has no idea which Terra types I would like to bring on them, and I'm bringing both of them, so I think I may catch him off guard with my Terra Captains, which would be really damn nice. But first, I am bringing Magnemite with Eviolite. Last time I was Choice Scarf, now I am Eviolite because Magnemite has a really good defensive matchup against the Joltik. I have Volt Switch, Flash Cannon, Light Screen, and Reflect with Analytic. I am running Max Speed actually to speed tie the Clauncher and outspeed everything below the Clauncher, which is important in my opinion. But then I have the best spread between HP and SPDEF to live the most amount of hits from Joltik, from Clauncher, and from Esper. Assuming Esper isn't like Terra Ground, Terra Fire, or Terra Fighting, something super effective for Magnemite. And I put the remaining EVs in defense. So the goal for Magnemite is to defensively switch in on the Joltik, which was an issue last time out, because I don't really want to be risking Sandygast on Energy Balls, to be completely honest with you, while Munchlax has another role to play. It also will help against the Esper if it doesn't have a super effective Terra type against me. And it's a decent enough switch in for the Clauncher as well, although I am bringing 2 water types. I kind of want to Volt Switch around with this Magnemite, because his only ground type is the Geodude, and Geodude doesn't really want to be coming in with flash cannons, especially not if it's analytic boosted. So, yeah. I feel like I should be able to volt switch quite freely unless he has he brings in the G root, for example, and it's a Terra type that is super effective against my Magnemite, or like it resists flash cannon, so that will be interesting. The volt switch plus flash cannon should be really nice against his team. And then I have light screen and reflect just to help out if necessary. I would like to be able to click light screen when I switch in, for example, on Joltik and I don't want to volt switch, or when I switch in on Clauncher and I don't want to volt switch. Or if I have to switch in, for example, on Mischief or even on Ekans if it for some reason doesn't have EQ, I can click reflect and help my team out. So hopefully Magnemite can have a useful defensive matchup against some Pokemon that are scary for me and volt switch out into my more threatening Pokemon. But this Magnemite will also do a lot of damage with Analytic, I hope at least. Second Pokemon is my Munchlax with a Choice Scarf. So once again I am bringing an unorthodox Munchlax. EQ, Fire Punch, Facade, and Double Edge with Thick Fat. Max Speed Jolly, because I need that to outspeed Mischief. So if it's Max Speed Mischief without a Choice Scarf, I outspeed it. I also outspeed Clauncher and everything below, unless they're Choice Scarf. So I think this is really important for me. He doesn't switch in too well on Munchlax EQ, because he only has 2 ground resists, both of them being grass types, being Phantom and Smoliv. I really don't think either one of them comes, because Smoliv came last time and it wasn't too good against me. Like, I brought Cacnea and it kind of was set up for Cacnea, even though I didn't bring setup. I also have a Fletchling, which I have been bringing every time. So I am not too sure Smoliv comes. I'm also not too sure the Phantom comes, to be honest. Like, in theory, it's good against my Munchlax, but then again, like, it doesn't do much against Cacnea. It doesn't do much against Fletchling. So I'm not too sure. If they do come, I still have Fire Punch, because Fire is also quite tough for him to switch in on. He has 2 water types, but both of them don't want to switch in on Munchlax. And then he has Geodude, with all damage on Geodude is nice. And if the Geodude is offensive, 2 EQs, actually 2 shielded, unless it Terras, of course. For my normal moves, I went for Facade over Body Slam, because Body Slam doesn't have the greatest matchup, honestly. Like, he is decently well equipped against normal spam. He has an Alolan Sandshrew and a Geodude, and then he has a Phantom. But he does have quite a fair bit of status spreaders. He has Will-O-Wisp on his Phantom. He could paralyze me with like a Thunder or a T-Wave from the Joltik if I don't want to switch a Magnemite for some reason. He could bring T-Spikes with the Ekans, so if I do get status, Facade is really strong and picks up a lot of KOs. And I went for Double Edge over Body Slam because I don't really need to have much HP. I'm kind of hoping my Munchlax outspeeds everything that's scary, because I am expecting Ekans to be bulky, so I should outspeed that all the time. Joltik doesn't have a good matchup against the Munchlax. Esper shouldn't have a good matchup against the Munchlax either, unless it's the same Reflect set. Or it has a good defensive Terra type, of course. And Arrokuda does have a good matchup against Munchlax, but I am not sure Arrokuda wants to come against my team. Because I have a Poliwag with Water Absorb, I have a Cacnea with Water Absorb. I have a Scralp, I have an Oshawott, I have a Bounce Sweet, so not too sure it will come. But if it does come, I have options against it. Idea with Munchlax though is to be faster than everything and do a lot of damage. And if I need to click Double Edge and lose HP on my Munchlax, I will. Double Edge guarantees KOs, I think, on Joltik if I don't want to look into Fire Punch. I think it's also stronger than Fire Punch. Fire Punch is 75 times 250, Double Edge goes to 1. Yeah, it's stronger. It also, I think it guarantees an Oko on Mischief. I can quickly calc this right now. Mischief. It doesn't guarantee an Oko, but after Stealth Rocks, it has a really good chance to. And like, even without, I have a 43.8% chance to Oko it. So I am quite happy to be clicking Double Edge and do a lot of damage, hopefully. Yeah, Munchlax looks good offensively, and it's bulky enough to have some defensive usage. It's my best Pokemon on the team, definitely bringing it again. Third Pokemon is Fletchling with heavy duty boots. I was not too sure I would bring Fletchling, to be honest with you, because Geodude is a really good answer for it. And like I mentioned, he does have quite a fair bit of status Pokemon, and if my Fletchling gets status, it's kinda game over. He also has Ice Shard on his Alolan Sandshrew, so not the greatest matchup, but I still figured I wanted to bring it because it's fast and it does have priority with Gillings. So I went for an unorthodox set. I have Overheat, U-Turn, Dual Wing Beat, and Defog. Max speed, max attack, but the rest in special attack, which is perfect because that makes sure that I get the roll I need on Alolan Sandshrew with Overheat, on Joltik with Overheat, and I think as well on the Akits, I think it's a 2-shot, which could be really important. So the overheat is really nice to get some things off guard. I could be running Heat Wave, but then I miss out on some important roles on Pokemon that aren't the Alolan Sandshrew. I thought about Flare Blitz, but then I lose my Gale Wings. And Flame Charge I thought about as well, but it doesn't do enough damage, sadly enough. So overheat it is. If the regular Geodude, Terras out of its rock typing into like a neutral type to overheat, this Fletchling could actually do some damage to it as well. Especially if you go Terra Grass, for example, to be strong against Cacnea and Sandygast, that would be really cool. So then I can overheat, but I could also do a Wing Beat. So don't really see why he would do it, but it's nice to have. It's mainly there for the Sandshrew Alola, because I do live in Ice Shard, and then I open it with Overheat, which in my opinion is a good trade, because the Alola Sandshrew is annoying. I have U-turn for momentum, and then I have Dual Wing Beat over Brave Bird, because if the Jolting does get out of hand, and I do need to KO it with a priority move from my Fletchling, I didn't want to click Brave Bird last time out, so I had to make some predictions. I feel like he knows that, so he might also predict me making a prediction. That's why I have Dual Wing Beat, so I don't have to make a prediction and I don't have to break my own Gale Wings. Unless it runs Rocky Hound, of course, but on that it's just good prep from him. It still does a lot of damage. I think it's just like 60 to 80% on the Joltik, so I think it's decent enough, especially after like Stealth Rocks or after a U-turn hit. I think it's in range, which is awesome. And for my last move, I have Defog to get rid of Stealth Rocks for my Pokemon, as well as T-Spikes, because I am bringing my grounded Poison type. So hopefully Fletchling puts in some work. Thought about not bringing it, but it's probably been one of my best Pokemon. It's one of my top 3, for example. Top 4 maybe. I should respect Sandygast, but it's been really good, and it would feel weird to not bring it in the finals. Fourth Pokemon is my Sandygast, the GOAT Eddie. Eddie has a Custom Berry, because I counter burn Eviolite, because I need my Eviolite in something else. And I still wanted to have some defensive usage, so Custom Berry, interesting Sandygast, Stealth Rock, Earth Power, Shadow Ball, and Destiny Bond. So I have max defense and enough max HP, and enough defense to always live an Adamant Terra Blast from Geodude if the Geodude has a super effective Terra type for my Sandygast. So I think that should do 80 to 95%. It always puts me in my Custom Berry range, and then I can just click Destiny Bond if needed. So that's the main goal. It has a really good defensive matchup against Geodude, unless it has a super effective Terra type. That's why I have Custom Berry Destiny Bond. And offensively, the Sandygast is once again really useful. Not good switch-ins to ground other than the grass types, and one of his grass types is weak to Ghost. So yeah, sure, Smoliv is immune to Shadow Ball and resists Earth Power, so if it comes, it completely shuts down my Sandygast. But I can freely go into my Magnemite, for example. So I am not too worried about a Smoliv, even if it does come. So I'm hoping that the Sandygast can come in on Geodude and 1v1 it. If it needs to have the Custom Berry Destiny Bond, I will use it. I think I also live a Mischief hit with this Sandygast. Yeah, Crunch doesn't KO me, unless it's like Adamant, or it's a boosting item, but if he is Jolly Choice Scarf, like I kind of expect him to be, then I do live that, and then I can also proc my Custom Berry Destiny Bond, get rid of the Mischief, which would also be really important. So that could be really cool. I'm hoping it works, and other than that, it just has a really good defensive matchup. I kind of want to get Stealth Rocks up, but they are not the main priority. If I do find a turn to get them up, it would be nice to just get some consistent chip damage on this team, because it's only the Geodude that is resistant to rocks, but like, sure, Geodude. If I break Sturdy, it would be nice too, but it's not too necessary this time. It would be nicer to get them up. Fifth Pokemon is my Poliwag, Terra Fire with Pitaya Berry, which is a special attack boosting berry when I am at low HP. So this is kind of my designated lead, because on his team he doesn't have a single Pokemon that can be faster than Poliwag, unless he is Choice Scarfed, but if he is Choice Scarfed, he doesn't have a single Pokemon that can actually OHKO my Poliwag. So this is a really good lead to just scout sets from him and do some damage. I have Surf, Terra Blast Fire, Earth Power, and Encore. So between Terra Blast Fire and Earth Power, I hit half his team for super effective damage, and he doesn't have a single resist, because Ground is only resisted by his grass types, and they both get Terra Blast Fired, which could be really important. Then I have Surf to hit the Geodude, and to have some stab option that hits harder than Terra Blast, for example, against Pokemon like Esper and the Muschief. The reason why I'm Terra Fire, other than some nice super effective damage, is because it resists Bug Buzz, which is important. And it kind of baits in the water types, and the water types can't really touch me. Sure, I can't touch them either, but I have Earth Power for some consistent damage, and I can Encore them if they want to click a weird setup move, for example, or like a weird coverage move, and then I can switch out, which is really important. So, I'm leading off this Poliwag. If I see the Joltik, I am faster than it, unless it's Choice Scarf, but I do live every single hit of it. If it's Focus Sash, that would be annoying, so like, worst case scenario for me, let's just put it out there, is if it's a Choice Scarf Joltik, and it gets a Thunder off, and it paralyzes me, that's really bad for me. Or if the Joltik is Focus Sash, I click Terra Blast Fire, it lives on its Focus Sash, once again gets a Thunder off, and it paralyzes me, that would be really bad. If it is Focus Sash or Choice Scarf, and it doesn't paralyze me with a Thunder, and I Oko it, then I kind of force out the Alolan Sand Shooter like Ice Shard. I have a really good chance to lift Thunder from Joltik into Ice Shard from Alolan Sand Shooter. That's what my EVs are for. So it's not guaranteed, obviously, but it is a decent enough chance to do so. And like, if the Alolan Sand Shooter does come out on a Poliwag with Terra Fire, it's kind of telegraphed he's going to click Ice Shard, so I may just switch out, to be completely honest with you. So I'm hoping that this Poliwag can at least claim 1 or do a lot of damage. What I forgot to mention with the Pitaya Berry is if he does have Joltik lead and he clicks Thunder, I am always in my Pitaya Berry lead and I go to +1 and I should just claim something else. Unless, for example, it has priority or it is a Choice Scarfer. So I'm hoping this Poliwag can put me on the front foot immediately, so I do not have to react to him and he has to react to me, which in my opinion is the best way to play Little Cup, to put your opponent on the back foot. But it's not too sure I'm going to Terra this Poliwag. It kind of depends on lead matchup, because my last Pokemon is my second Terra Captain Oshawott with Terra Fighting and the Eviolite. This is why I can't run Eviolite on Sandygast, because I really need Eviolite on Oshawott. With Terra Fighting, I am a resist for the Mischief, and his team does not appreciate fighting either, to be honest with you. He has an immunity in Phantom, but Phantom I'm not expecting, and I'm also running Knockoff on my Oshawott. Then he has 3 resists in Ekans, Joltik, and Esper, but once again, Esper gets knocked off. And the Ekans, I kind of want the Ekans to come in on my Oshawott, or I want my Oshawott to come in on Ekans. This is my best switch-in for it on my entire team, so yes, that is sad, but I'm hoping it can work. So I wouldn't be too upset with Oshawott coming in on Ekans, because I am slower than it, and then I can get a slow flip turn off, which is important. And then the Joltik is annoying, but like, I have a Magnemite and a Sandygast, so yeah, Terra Fighting is good on Oshawott, especially because Sacred Sword hits its team really hard and it's a good defensive typing, but I could also just Terra my Poliwag and Terra Fire. If I don't Terra Oshawott, it is less good of a switch in on the Mischief, but I should still be able to live a Stakeout boosted Crunch into another Crunch. Like, it's not guaranteed, but it's a really good chance for me to live. If I do Terra, I obviously live both of them, so that's important. I am running max defense with a lot of Spadef and like a decent amount of HP, so I go to an odd number. I thought about going max HP, max defense, that always live 2 crunches from Mischief, even if it's Takeout boosted the first one. But I kind of wanted some Spadef on my Oshawott as well to boost my Eviolite back up, and I can also come in on Clauncher. So I don't need to risk the Magnemite, I do need to risk the Munchlax, and Oshawott can come in on Clauncher as well, which looks really good against me. And Oshawott actually doesn't really care too much about Clauncher, especially if I don't Terra, so that's another point for Poliwag to Terra. I have Shalmor, so I don't get crit. Sacred Sword is really strong. Flip Turn for momentum, because I am slow on my Oshawott. I am always faster than Geodude, and I think the Grass types, which is important. Unless they have speed investment, but like, if the Geodude is a Rock Polish set, it should only hit 10 speed, because with Rock Polish it goes to 20 and then it outspeeds everything, so I should still outspeed that. I have Knockoff to get rid of items, and then I have Aqua Jet just in case he runs like a Choice Scarf Pokemon, or something that's faster than my entire team, and I can pick it up with Oshawott, which would be really important. So, to summarize this very long team builder, I am bringing a physically defensive Oshawott for Mischief and Ekans. I am bringing a lead Terra Fire Poliwag, which I hope to Terra, but I could also Terra my Oshawott with Petaya Berry to basically kill something on his team and hopefully kill a second Pokemon, which would be really important. I'm bringing Custom Berry Sandygast to wall the Geodude and take it out. Even if it's a super effective Terra type, I can Custom Berry Destiny Bond. Stealth Rock would be important to get off. I'm bringing Heavy Duty Boots, Fletchling with Overheat for the Alolan Sandshrew, excuse me. And then U-turn for some momentum, Defog just in case I needed to. And then I have Dual Wing Beat with Gale Wings to have some priority. I have a Choice Scarf Munchlax, which should do a lot of damage with EQ and Fire Punch. And then I have Double Normal in Facade and Double Edge, even though I don't think I will be clicking those as much. And I have an Evilite Magnemite as my specially defensive check for Joltik and Esper, but it could also help out against the Smoliv and maybe even the Clauncher. So this is my team for Little Cup Finals. Very long team builder. It's going to be probably longer than the battle because it's 21 minutes I'm seeing. But I really want to explain out all my sets very well. Maybe not for you guys, but definitely and especially for me when I rewatch it before the battle, so I know what I'm doing. Thank you all for watching. If you have watched it all the way through this, I want to thank you for the support during the entire season. I want to thank Pup for inviting me. It's been really fun, and I will forget to thank him during the battle 1000%. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you for Pup for the invite and for the very fun season, and I will see you in the battle for Little Cup Finals. Peace. Okay people, we are getting ready for the finals of LPDL versus Cass. He has a Fighting Esper and a Grass Geodude. Interesting. I didn't expect both Esper and Geodude. Okay, we don't see the Sandshrew Alola, we see everything else we expected. So let's scratch this Sandshrew, make this Esper, and it's Terra Fighting. Okay, so Esper, Clauncher, I have that written down, Joltik, Geodude, Mischief, and Akers. Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Let's get rid of it. So my Overheat on my Fletchling is less useful, although like for the Grass Geodude it could be sexy. Let's get rid of Sandshrew, make this Esper. So, I am always leading off with Poliwag, like I mentioned. I should have a very free lead, to be honest with you. And go from there. The only really annoying thing is if he goes into the Esper, I think. Because if my Poliwag has to stare down an Esper, I don't do that much damage to it. I mean, it probably doesn't KO me back. Let's see, 252. Psychic. Nah, it doesn't KO me either. So I actually should be okay. Because I can't really go into my Magnemite for the Esper. I did expect Terra Fighting for Munchlax and Magnemite, so it actually makes some sense. Okay, lead off Poliwag, go from here. He is still thinking. Interesting. Have fun to Cass. I don't think I told him that. Have fun! Whoops! Almost forget that. Yeah. So this is finals. Quite excited. A little bit nervous, but mostly excited. Hopefully I can end this season with a bang. And go from there. Kimi is Joltik. Nice. Good lead me. Good lead me. Okay. I always KO this with Terra Fire. I don't think I need my Terra Fighting on my Oshawott. It's also a lot less useful with the thingy now here. With the Esper, so I'm just going to Terra Fire. I click a Terra Blast. He doesn't switch in incredibly well. So, let's just do this. Let's just do this. He's withdrawing immediately. So what's switching in on me? Tommy. That's the Clauncher. That's the Clauncher. Clauncher. Doesn't take too much from a Terra Blast. They can't use a water move against me. So, it could be a Rock Slide though. Let's see. I click Terra Blast. And I do around 25%. Around 25%. That seems like standard damage. If this thing has Aura Sphere and max investments, it's going to do a lot to me. So I should always switch out. If I go into Oshawott, I should be fine. Then I can just flip turn because I am slower than this. Get momentum that way. So I am going to do just that. Oshawott versus this launcher. Let's see. He makes some dark pulse. And he does 8. Dark pulse. He does 8. That seems like normal damage from max special attack. No modest. No boosting item. Okay. I am slower than this. So I can always flip turn out. Which is the plan always. So I just do this. Let's just flip turn out. This could be choice cards. Like I watched the semi-finals game and he really liked choice cards on this launcher. And as I told everyone in my semi-finals game, I do have a great dark switch. So it would make sense if he is like choice scarf, mega launcher, dark pulse on this launcher. So we do get the momentum, which is really nice. On the spike, which is the mascot as the dog. Oh, that's the dog. That's an interesting switch. He is not intimidated, so he's stakeout, and I do quite a fair bit of damage on this Mischief. Yeah. Okay. So Mischief. I did a lot. If I go into my Fletchling, I don't think I KO with dual wing meat. If I go into my Munchlax, I KO with a double edge. Both of these plays always give him the what's it called? The Geodude. Do I care if Geodude comes in? Not really, because I have Addy for it. How much does Magnemite do? Magnemite actually does a decent amount. And I can Volt Switch. Let's go into Magnemite, I guess. Let's go into Magnemite. And I should just have a free Flash Cannon. How much does a Launcher do to me with Aura Sphere? Aura Sphere Launcher against Magnemite. It does a lot to me. So it's not something I should be risking. I could also just get my screen up. But I do think I'd rather just get the Flash Cannon. I don't think this thingy is coming out. I don't think the Launcher is coming out against me. This could be Joltik, but I'm more than happy staying in with Magnemite against Joltik. So let's see what's coming here. It is Gimme the Joltik. I do decent damage. Yes, with Deathloop, that's quite big. That's actually really big. Because now I KO him, I am slower than this. So I still get the Flash Cannon thing. So I will just click Flash Cannon. I don't think Joltik gets anything from Magnemite. Like, I will look again. No, it doesn't. I'll just click this again. And break a little bit with Magnemite. That's a big speed F drop for me. So I'm quite happy with that. So far, things are going relatively fine. I kind of wished my Poliwag lead did more right now, because I have committed my Terra already and he hasn't. So it's not like he's in a bad spot, but I have some decent damage on a few Pokémon already. Like, he's switching again into what? Tommy. So this is the Clorchip coming out. That's a good play. I would like to keep you around, honestly. It's a really bad play to go into Eddie. Like, it's objectively a really bad play to go into Eddie. If this Launcher once again wants to click, like if it clicks Aura Sphere against my Oshawott, that's Aura Wheel, funny. Aura Sphere It does 9 max. I got a low roll then. He has a good chance of KOing my Oshawott. I don't want him to. I do not want him to. I also do not want to give him my... This is a weird spot. I think he collects Aurasphere. I could throw this game right now by making this play, but I really do think he collects Aurasphere. I really do think he collects Aurasphere right here. Ah! That's really bad for me. That's really bad for me. I don't know why he did that. Aye. Yeah, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad. How many does Fletchling do to this thing? I do KO it. Oh yeah, this is a bad spot for me. I should not have done that. I should not have done that. I do get a free dual wing beat here though. Oh man, that was awful from me. Can I see actually if that's always a KO on my Sandy Gas? Like it should be, right? Oh man, I should have gone into Oshawott. I should have gone into Oshawott. Damn it, man. Damn it. Phil, Geodude comes out. Okay. Ooh, Rocky Helmet. Okay. Good prep. Good prep. I'm in a bad spot. Objectively, I'm in a bad spot. U-turn is not a good play here. Going into Oshawott. Damn, I should not have done that. Damn, I should not have done that. That's a really bad play from me. Earthquake against Oshawott. That's okay actually, because I do outspeed it. So, as long as it doesn't set up, it's fine. Yeah, that was bad from me. That was really bad from me. Oh. He takes the Q. He does 9. If he's max attack, that's a low roll if he's max attack. I do kind of expect him to click the Terra Grass and then just DQ again. He could also just click the rock move. Do I need Fletchling though? Do I need Fletchling though? Like, don't we just bait this Terra Grass right now? Fletchling is still good. Let's just flip turn, see what he does. Okay. 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 Spike is Mischief again. Spike is Mischief again. Oranberry. Okay. Oranberry. He ate his Oranberry right now. He does not have a single EQ switch in all my Munchlax. So Mischief, Munchlax. I don't KO him though. I feel like Magnemite probably KOs his Clauncher now though. How does Fletchling deal with this Mischief? And Poliwag? Nah, not Poliwag. Let's go Magnemite. Let's go Magnemite. Let's go Magnemite. Just click a Flash Cannon. Magnemite. Yeah, just click a Flash Cannon. Ooh, I was speeding. Click Steam. Good play. Good play. Okay. Still doesn't really matter too much though. If I click my Volt switch right here on the Geodude coming out, how much do I do to Geodude actually? Geodude, Terra Grass, and a Flash Cannon. I do a lot to it. Like I actually do a lot to it. Interesting. Let's just click a Volt switch. Let's click a Volt switch. Oh wow, yo, rough speed ties, man. These are rough speed ties. Wow, I got shafted with that. Like if I lost the first one, I KO that with my analytic, and if I win this one, I'm at max HP. Damn, that's annoying me. Master Chip is dead by Magma. Yeah, that's annoying me. Okay. If this Esper, does this die to my Munchlax? It has a good chance to. It has a good chance to. If I go into Poliwag, we look good again though. So I will go into Poliwag. Let's go into Poliwag. And let's see what he wants to be doing against me. Angelica. Ekans. Ekans, I assume, has EQ. Ekans with Earthquake against my Poliwag. I do live if he isn't max. I could click an Earth Power right here. I could also just go into Fletchling. I could also just go into the Fletchling. I think that's more worth it. Let's see what this second is going to do. Click Glare, sure. Glare. That's fine still. I don't really mind this too much. I am paralyzed. Do I still outspeed? Maybe Geodude? I don't. I don't. Interesting. I would like some damage on this Ekans though. How much do I do to Geodude? I do like 30%. In my opinion, that's a fine click. So I will. Here comes Phil. Solid damage. He can take me out, that's okay. If he goes Rock Polish, no Terra Grass just yet, I don't lose immediately because I still have my Munchlax. I do have to be wary though. I should have U-turned. How does Munchlax do to this thing if he goes Terra Grass? I do decent against it. I think I'd rather have him take me out though. I'll click U-turn. Good. Okay. He makes a prediction. Actually, that's a huge play for me. EQ. That's huge for me, actually. I have Poliwag right now. Poliwag against this Geodude. I don't KO it. But like, I have a Magnemite that can freely click a Flash Cannon again. So I'll just do this. Like, I'm playing on borrowed HP, but doesn't really matter. He's withdrawing. I assume this is Joltik. Gimme? Yeah, okay. Okay. So annoying. Ordenberry again. Ordenberry. I have to sackle this Fletchling. It doesn't do anything anymore. It really doesn't do anything anymore. Thunder, that's fine. Takes out Fletchling. Takes out Fletchling. I basically have a free kill with Georgia right now. Yeah. Do I KO this with a Surf? I do. Yeah, I do. Do I KO Launcher? Do I KO this Joltik with the Nerf power? No. Launcher. Will live a Surf, I guess. I don't think it will though. Let's click Surf. Click Surf. Kill me. It's good, live a Surf. Does live a Surf. But. If I go to +1, I still have my Munchlax. My Munchlax looks good. I could also just go immediately into my... No, that's a bad play. Like, I am expecting this thing to be Choice Scarfed. If it isn't, I am fine though if it isn't. 252. Dark Pulse. Aura Sphere. If it's Scar... like, I live this. Aura Sphere, okay. He barely doesn't put me in my Pitaya Berry range, it's annoying. I'm making too many safe plays. Dusk Esper. If it's max, they're all fighting. KO my Terra Blast, my Munchlax. No. It never does. I have Encore on you, so I will always just click a Surf. Hopefully this thing sets up. Size Shock, KO's Poliwag. I did like 40% to it. This could be Eviolite. Yeah, it is. Munchlax will not KO this. It will be double edge though. It will be double edge though. It will be double edge. And then I can spam EQ. So I have to click a double edge right here. Click reflect. It's faster than me. Honestly, this is another, I guess. Ooh, wow, this thing is really bulky. Okay, we're in a bad spot now. We are in a bad spot now. I think I lose this. I think I may lose this. Six nasty, but that's fine. That is fine. Oh, nice crit, Munchlax! Oh, Munchlax, my goat. I think that nasty plot was fine because I have Aqua Jet with an Oshawott and I can stall a little bit. Oh, this is a massive crit. This is a massive crit. This is a massive, massive, massive crit. Okay. We need to make sure we stall out turns. I could still lose to this though. 3 turns. I need Munchlax healthy. I switch out. 2 turns. I sack you. I have to spam double edge against Ekans. Not too sure. I think he has to... Wait, I go Oshawott. If he clicks Rock Polish, I sack off Magnemite then. Then we go back into Oshawott to stall a little bit. Right? Or we go back into... Does Munchlax take it? Wait. We're going into Oshawott, yes. To hopefully tank an EQ. Because that means I have my Magnemite still alive. Oh man, if I had Sandy Gas, this would have been so much easier. The Terros right now. Okay. Okay. Don't click Rock Polish. EQs. That's also big. KO's Oshawott. Go into Magnemite. I still have to think. How does Munchlax take an EQ from a Geodude? With its max attack. That's 70% to me. Do I KO this with my Magnemite though? I think I do. How many turns of Reflect are there? 2. Let's get Voltage. Nice. Angelica comes out with the Ekans. That's huge. That does nothing. Magnemite against Ekans. Eviolite. Let's make this Jolly. So I should have done a lot of damage to him. 252. I think I got a min roll. Okay, sure. Like if he is this set and I go into Munchlax right here, I should still KO him. I know Reflect is still up though. Ooh, this is coming down to the wire. How much do I do to Geodude? Terra Grass. I don't care. Ekans. Careful. Eviolite. Eviolite. True Reflect. This could be really tough for me. I have to click EQ though. Okay. Click stop off. It's also bad. That's also really bad actually. I don't outspeed this now. Grips Glare. Okay. Not paralyzed. Ekans. That's 2 Mantrax. Here comes Phil. I think I lose. Unless he's max defensive, of course. Well. Fix the rest. I have Facade though. I think I lose. Oh wow, I definitely lose now. I definitely lose now. Now it's over. Chiru, Terra Grass. Damn. Wow. I lose. I am paralyzed. Damn, I would have done so much damage to him. Damn, I would have done so much damage to him. I have to get lucky with him. Sleep Dogs now. Come on, get rest. Get rest. Yes, of course. Wow. Well. That's the end of my season. Oh man. Oh man. Wow. He misses a Rogue Blast. Okay. Well, unless this Joltik is really damn slow and can't KO my Magnemite. But oh man, those speed ties with Mischief are the difference, aren't they? These speed ties with Mischief are the difference. Speed ties with Mischief are the difference. Damn it. Damn, this is my 3rd final loss in a row. I threw my Standing Gas away for no reason though. I don't even KO this with 2. Yeah. Damn it, man. Damn it, man. GG's to Gas. Hexy finals. Hexy finals. I'm disappointed in myself. If I kept my Standing Gas around, I would have won this. I only have myself to blame once again. But anyway, GG's to Kaz, and thank you all for watching this entire season of Little Go With Me. I enjoyed it. Oh man, so annoying to go out on the choke though. And on some bad RNG. I thought I had him though with my Munchlax Skriving. GG's. 2nd place again. Anyway, yeah. GG's to Kaz. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in next season. Peace.